Hi everyone, I'm Monique. I am the author of the poetry book I Ask for One More Breath. I'm a mom, blogger, and a student. Currently, I'm taking up the Bachelor of Arts in Mass Communication at the University of San Jose Recoletos here in Cebu City. So basically, I Ask for One More Breath is a collection of poems that explicitly illustrate the hardships and struggles and emotional pains that we all go through in life, and somehow paving the way to honest introspection. As you read it, you question the what ifs, you ponder on the things that you have done or things that you wish you could have done. So it basically dives into love or friendship and death and pain, and somehow finding love and hope amidst all the confusion in the world. God always reminds us to go back to the most basic thing, and that's to breathe. Like when you're in pain, you just count to 3 and breathe. Remember that you're still alive and you're a human who's surviving along with the other people who are going through unique battles, but nevertheless the same struggles as you do every day. And the book kind of reminds us to take it easy, relax, and just breathe. So if you want to read I Ask for One More Breath, you would get that feeling, you'd get that relief that someone is going through the same things as you. And yeah, that's it. That's what the book is about. So the story behind the title, I Ask for One More Breath, is in honor of my grandmother, specifically the passing of my Lola. So just last year, she died of pneumonia right after Typhoon Odette hit Cebu City. At that particular time in my life, my family and I were struggling. Financially, emotionally, it was just really hard seeing a loved one, a grandmother, suffering in pain for months. And so, as a way of coping my pain and anxiety, I wrote a book. I wrote a poetry book composed of 100 poems in honor of her. So, every night I would pray to God and beg Him to keep her alive longer. So basically that's I ask for one more breath as a prayer, as a way of pleading God that He would extend my grandmother's life. So a few tips to my fellow writers or aspiring authors like I once was. First, just keep writing. You may not always be motivated to write long paragraphs all the time, but never take for granted the little scribbles on your notebook or on your phone, just a few lines, even just a word. You go outside, observe nature, observe the people around you, and suddenly an inspiration will come to you. And that's what you will write on your notebook, that's what you will type on your notepad, on your phone. And little do you know, you will have created a story out of nowhere. And that's what you build up on to create a story in a poetic way. That's how you will make a poem, step by step. So just keep writing. And you have to find a way to create this habit to write. When you're standing in line in a grocery store, or you're idle, you're in your room and you have nothing to do, just write. Just keep on writing. And if you can't write, then read. Just keep writing. Yes. And for the second tip, when one thing fails, when one option fails, then pave a new way. For this manuscript, I asked for One More Breath manuscript. I submitted it to a lot of publishers. Yes, and they all rejected it or ignored it. Stuck in the spam folders. But fortunately, Eight Letters gave me a chance. They believed in my work and my craftsmanship. So look where I am now. I'm now able to have my own book with my name on the cover, and that just makes me so happy. So if you want to be in my shoes or in the other published authors' shoes, just don't give up. It may seem impossible and very far-fetched for now, but once you believe that you really can do it, other people will see that and they will believe in you too. And that's when you get to the right path. So I'll be reading 2 excerpts from my book, I Ask for One More Breath. The first one is entitled Descendants of the Wild. Blue as the ocean whose shine reflects the dust, your eyes witness the chaos of a shipwreck. A dome sketching margins of the sky. A vast collection of lilies when you look up. How brilliant the leaves fall in a clash. To my brittle palm, a broken glass glued together. Nostalgia kicks you right in the gut, brings forth the horror of oblivion to you, that after death is the utter loss of memory, of what we were and what we will become. As the clouds hasten to sob, you feel the ground shake from beneath. The dome tears so passionately, realizing too late you were in a snare. But all along, you were one with the hand. You were one with the land. Its roots were yours, pumping blood through you. So long as the ground erodes, you are moving and making a difference. So long as the air heaves breath from your lungs, you are magnificently alive. Things you thought were immaterial conjure tears in your melancholic eyes. You finally had something bigger, someone faceless, to share the weight of the globe on your shoulders, as you are it and it is you. Okay, that's Descendants of the Wild. And for the second excerpt, it's called It's Almost Bedtime. You call it a day after sipping the last drop of cocoa I made. You said it keeps you refreshed, and there's nothing I'd like more than to give you peace of mind and show a marvelous proof of my love with a mere cup of warm beverage in the simplest, purest form of tenderness. It's almost bedtime. You request I play with your hair, combing through each strand with my delicate touch. You say it's your favorite part of the night because it reminds you of your childhood. Well, there's nothing I love more than to give back your innocence before you return to the wild world where they take it back from you again. Silent night in the countryside, I hear crickets playing a band by the bushes. I look at the pitch darkness in the sky as it summons the whoosh of chilly air and leaves a kiss mark on my cheeks when it enters through the windows. I also hear the sound of gentle acoustic music from the street and of the neighbors snoring and sleeping nearby. The night goes haunting, but I'm at peace. Inside the small house, I lie beside you, watching you breathe, watching you dream of me, brings great comfort to a troubled mind. With you in my arms, I remember the quiet joy of the night. Hey everyone, once again, my name is Monique, and I'm inviting everyone to please get a copy of my very first book, I Ask for One More Breath. If you want to follow me on my socials, you can follow me first on my website. That's lifebeginsat20.com, Facebook.